So guys, I cut this bust here as in form of padded, but right now guys, I want to turn the padded into a cross set. I want to use this. I've already cut as a padded shape. I want to use it to cut a cross set. I want to turn the cloth into a cross set. I hope you're getting the point. So I'll mark ½ inch from here. Let me pin it so that you understand. I'll mark ½ inch like I already marked. Then from this ½ inch, I'll connect it down to this point. I'll connect it down to the under bust. This is this side. Then this one, I'll mark 4 inches. This is my 4 inches. I'll connect it from this under bust down to the 4 inches. And the upper here, I'll mark 1 inch. I'll connect it down to the 1 inches on top. So guys, I hope you've seen what I mark. So I'll be cutting it out like this. I'll be using this shape, a croset shape, to sew this dress. I will no longer be sewing it as a normal bustier. I will sew it with the shape of croset. So guys, I'll be cutting it out. I hope you see what I have, guys. So the next thing I have to do now is I'll use this to trace another one, adding my zipper allowance, adding ½ inch allowance to the both side. I will be adding half inch allowance on it all. Okay guys, I've finally cut it out. This is the back with the lining. Remember I told you the back will have an eyelet. So this is the back with the lining. It's an off-shoulder dress, and this is the cross-set I cut out. I've traced it all out. I've cut it double. I've cut everything double together with the lining. So the next thing I have to do now is I'll gum it with the George fabric. After gumming it, I will now iron it with wadi gum. I will use light wadi gum on it. I'll use light wadi gum. After gumming it, then I'll gum the back also with a light gum stain. After that, I will now start sewing it, and I'll show you why sewing it. But now I'll move to the tracing of the down part. I'll trace it and gum it. So guys, I've sewed this. I've sewed everything, as you can see. So the next thing I have to do now is I want to run a stitch on it. So I'm just running a top stitch on it. So guys, I've finally top stitched it. I hope you can see it. And this is the back. I do 2 side top stitching. See how neat it is. So the next thing I will do now, I'll start joining the linings. After joining the lining, I will now put a straight design here. I'll fix design. After fixing the design, I'll now join the croset. So guys, to fix the croset on this is the inside and this is the outside. All I have to do is to place this croset like this and make sure that I cover it. I will cover it with this, but before I do that, I have to apply gum on the croset cup. I will apply gum all over it. After applying gum all over it, I'll now place this on it and I stretch it very well. I have to stretch it very well. I'm sewing the kind of croset that covered the breast very well. I don't want my cleavages to be showing, so that's why I'm using this type of croset. I trim this side off and I'll trim this side off too. You see that? This is the inside. So after sewing it, I'll now carve the neck. The neckline, I'll carve it the way I want it to be. Yes, you're seeing how it looks here, and I'll do the same to the other one. And after that, I'll now fix it. So let me do this one. I'll apply gum. Guys, as you can see, I've finished sewing the corset. I've joined everything, and the next thing now is to turn it up with the lining. I'll turn it up with the lining and I'll show you the look. I just placed this design with gum. No much big deal on it. Looking at what I have here, I've sewed the front. I've turned it up with the lining. As if you look at the back, you will see that what I have here is the lining and the front is the George material. Then I've also torn up the second. Remember I told you I'm working on 3-step wrapping gown, you understand? So this is the second one. I've also torn it up. So all I have to do now is to stitch it together with the front one. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. I'll stitch it together. This is the length of the second one, and here is the length of the first one. So I will iron it very well. I've not ironed it. I will iron it very well and stitch it together. After that, I'll put my dart. Remember my dart is 4 by 6. I'll fix my dart. After fixing my dart, I'll fix the front. This is the croset. I'll fix it this way. After I might have sewed my dart now, this place will short, so I'll fix it. After fixing the upper side, then I'll do the same to the back. Then another thing I want to show you is this is the back. I'm sewing rope, as in the back has a design whereby I'll pass rope through it. So this is the one of the back, I've done it, and this is the other. So I want to show you how I'm doing this. I cut out a straight fabric and I fold it and sew. I made a rope, as you can see. Then I started cutting it. I measure the length which I want. I measure 2.5 inches, and after that I cut it out. After cutting it out, I will fold it like this. I'll fold it this way and sew. This is how I did all this one. You cut the length you want, then I'll fold it. You fold it by 2 like this and sew. You keep on attaching them one after the other until you get to the point where you want it to stop. Then this is the one I've already made. After that, all you have to do, you see I fix the rope at the front. Then I will now place the lining, the right place of the lining facing the right side of the cloth. As you see, I'll place the lining like this and I'll start sewing. I'll sew to the neckline to the side. After sewing it, I'll turn it inside out, giving me this. Alright, so I'll proceed so that I'll finish with this one. I will now turn it up with the lining, iron it, and I will now fix it to the back. I will attach my zip. Then while closing it, I will show you, and I'll also show you how to attach the drape, the 3rd step. Remember, I'm working on 3-step drape gown. So this is the first and the second. I'll show you how to fix the 3rd one. So guys, looking at what I have here, I've finished joining the dress. As you can see, this is the croset. I've also attached my design. So I've joined everything. This is the gown part. This is the 1 step and the 2nd step. I've joined everything. And here is the back. Here is the back. Here is the rope. I also attach this inside so that it can close the opening at the back. You see that it has zip. You can open it, you can close it. Then I will sew a rope that I will use to cross this area. I will sew a rope to cross it. So as I open it now, I will fix it back. I'll fix it back. I'll also fix zip here. I'll fix zip here, and this place I will bias it up. I'll use bias to tuck it in. Remember, this place will be open, so I'll bias it. So now I want to join the bolt. After closing the bolt, I want to close the bolt. After that, I'll fix the slit, the opening. After pinning it, I will now close it. After closing it, I'll fix the back zip and I will attach the zip. So I'll continue by closing the two sides. So guys, I've pinned it. Right now I need to put my measurement, the waist, the hip and the down part. So the bust measurement is the bust measurement is 38 divided by 2, which will give me 19.5. So what I have here is 24. So 24 minus 19.5, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 and half. So I'll measure 2 1/4 this side and 2 1/4 the other side. So I've marked that side and I'm marking this side. So the waist measurement is 35 divided by 2 will give me 17.5. I've already marked it down, but if I measure it, what I have here is 22.5. 22.5 minus 17.5, I'll have 5 inches. So I'll mark 2.5 this side and 2.5 the other side. So after marking it, I'll connect the line from bust down to the waist. Then from waist here, I'll measure 9 inches, which is for hip. I've marked it, and I also measure 9 inches from here and I mark it. So after that, I'll measure the hip circumferences, which is the hip measurement is 42 divided by 2 will give me 21. So I have 26 here. 26 minus 21, I will have 5. So 5 divided by 2 will give me 2.5. I mark 2.5 here and 2.5 here. So I mark it and I connect the lines. So after that, I will start marking a straight line from that hip. I'll keep marking a straight line. Keep marking a straight line till I get to the down part, as you can see, and I will do the same to the other side. I'll keep marking a straight line until I get to the down part. So all I have to do now is to follow this line. I'll start sewing from here. Looking at here, you will see that I have SX. Reason is because I bring the back, the back is very lower than the front. That's how I want it. So after sewing from here, I'll now trim the armhole. So I'll proceed by sewing it. After sewing it, I will show you the final look of it. Alright guys, this is the dress. I've closed the two sides. Close the two sides. I hope you can see everything. I'll also show you the back. This is the back. I've fixed my zip, but I still have a little work, a little finishing touches to do here. But that will be after I must have joined the drape that I want to join at the front. I hope you see the back. You see how it looks. You see everything. I'll open my slit allowance. I've sewed it, I'll open it. So guys, what I want to do now is I want to fix the drape. Remember I told you I'm working on 3 steps. So the measurements I'll be taking, on the drape will be 15 inches. That is from here to here. I'll be marking out 15 inches. So this is the remaining fabric. I'll mark out 15 inches. That is the length, and the width will be, from the half length down to the full gown length is 41. Then hip measurement divided by 2. The hip measurement is 42 divided by 2 will give me 21. So I'll plus 21, half of the hip measurement to the length of the gown, from half length to the full length. That will give me, I will now have 63 in total. No, 62 in total. 42 plus 21 is 63. So I'll measure this 15 inches. 15 inches will be together with the sewing allowance. I'll keep on marking it till I get to the width that I want. So I'll keep marking 15 inches. Already I think I need to add it up to avoid. Let me make it 17. I can I can print it. So I'm marking 17. Stop. Instead of marking 63, I'm making use of 60 inches. I'll stop where my tape stopped. So I'll connect it. After that, I'll cut it out. I've cut it out. This is what I have. The next thing I need to do now so this is the left side of the dress and this is the right side. So I'll place this way. I'll place it this way. I'll sew this one in. Oh no, sorry, I turned it upside down. I'll place this one here. After placing it, I'll print like 1, 2. I'll give it like 2 printing. After making that printing, guys, I hope you're seeing what I'm showing you. After making the printings, then I'll run a stitch here. I'll hold it by the side here. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'll sew this one in. After sewing it in, then I'll make a 2 printing from here. After printing it, I'll now run a stitch here to here. So guys, I'll move to the sewing machine and do that. After sewing it, I will show you the final look. But after doing that, the next thing, I will bias this area. I'll use my bias tape to turn it in. After that, I'll fix my hand, the sleeve. After fixing the sleeve, I'll fix a fringe bead on it. I'm using fringe bead on it. I'll fix my fringe bead. After fixing it, I'll show you the final look.
For everywhere. I don't know the line.